doing the Mortirolo by day, it's almost boring now, no?
This trip now has taken, again, a different angle. Cycling through Liguria at a training or at a racing pace is totally different than the angles we've hit this couple of days, where we went on the city bike, we went into some cultural monuments. We've been to places I've been before, and I live quite close to Liguria, and I was just kind of exploring and seeing whole new different things from the cities that you don't really see, because in bike races, once you finish, you just go straight to the bus and you go. And actually, on this Giro, I was capable of walking around and exploring what was actually really behind the beauty of where the finish is located. I was at the finish of the stage in Genova. 100 meters after the finish, there was this massive, beautiful fountain and like one of those palaces. In Genova, we did a proper cultural trip, from monuments that are listed on the UNESCO to these really old Roman streets right in the heart of Genova.
So this is one of the reasons why this street is so famous. Did a bit of homework last night. One of the reasons why we're here is because of this singer, Fabrizio De André, who wrote a song, Via del Campo, which is very famous for portraying what was going on back then. A lot of the singers and songwriters from Italy will come from Genova, so they have this museum dedicated to them. I just stopped now in front of this building, which is going to be the next Casa dei Cantautori. This was the meeting point for Lauzi, Paoli and De André, three of the most famous Genovese songwriters. This particular house is going to be one of the most important cultural places for the city of Genova.
And obviously then we could not go out of Genova without using the beautiful Ligurian coast roads. Worldwide famous Camogli, close to Portofino. The buildings, they go from pink to yellow to green. It's kind of almost like a postcard every single town you go into. How many times have I cycled in Dolomites? Oh, I'd say over 10 times. Been here quite a lot between the Giro, but also training camps. It's one of the cycling heavens. And now I'm being here on a tourist trip. I have time to see things a bit more in depth. A local wine, just anything that could be very, very specific from that region. Doing the Mortirolo almost sounds boring when you're a cyclist. Everyone's done the Mortirolo, right?
So I've done the Mortirolo a few times, but we thought of doing things differently, so we're challenging the Mortirolo by night. We're really lucky with the weather, because normally at this time of the year it could be snowing here.
To see the sun go down, the difference of colors with the lights, the blues, it goes from a lighter blue all the way to a dark blue into obviously the night.
This climb is just absolutely spectacular. There is no doubt why it's one of the, so famous for cyclotourism, but also so famous in the racing world. The story of cycling was done here quite some times.
It was unexpected, that's the word. It was unexpected, and we had such a good time.
My front light went, and I have no idea where the top is. I think there's maybe 2 kilometers. Almost done, almost done. Cyclist Brevik project, yeah. This is fun, a lot of fun. It's hard, but it's fun. Mortirolo by night, job done.
The last time I was in the Dolomites was just 1 year ago, and it was snowing and I didn't get to see much, and I'm so looking forward to doing it at a different pace over the next few days.
The Cinque Torre. In Italy, when you're racing the tifosis, they always like to say, there's a popular saying, is like dopo la curva spiana, which kind of means next corner it flattens out. The problem is a lot of times you actually know the climbs and you know they don't flatten out. Dopo la curva spiana.
Taking your time also means going on an adventure, doing something different. How about grabbing a camper van right underneath the Tre Cime di Lavarero, which is one of the most iconic climbs in cycling history? In the morning of the camper van, it was quite nice to actually wake up really early because the light is kind of different. You know, you don't have all those shutters like in the hotel. You kind of wake up more naturally early. Making my little coffee with this Tre Cime in the background from the little window was quite an amazing experience. Normally when you're racing, you get the whole schedule. It's like, okay, wake up 7:30, breakfast 8:15, start of the race 12, and then you're gone. Where there I was like, okay, got up. I think it was around, quite early. I think it was around 5:30ish, but I couldn't really sleep, so I thought, all right, let's have a little mocha.
I rode some of the roads that I ride or race on, but on itinerary bis, on the gravel. And you discover some incredible things. We just going up one of the climbs, you come to the top, and then next thing, again, just on top, there's some random refugio where we decided to have lunch before heading back down. It's a new way of cycling. It's getting very, very popular, and I've been enjoying it so much. Today we are in the heart of the Dolomites, and we're at the moment riding the Farsarigo, and we're heading to the famous Pordoi. I think when you're a cyclist you like to have sore legs, so I'm gonna ride at a decent pace, but enjoying the most scenery, and if I need to stop, take a picture, I'm certainly gonna do that.
Unfortunately, I didn't hold my words, not on the Pordoi anyway. I went, flat out all the way on the Pordoi, and I was actually quite surprised with how well I did. Pacing myself, feeling the pain in the leg, the breathing, also with the altitude, it's also a little bit harder. I did pay it after. The rest of the day, I was completely out.
Do a selfie?
Yeah.
On Dolomites, I was very privileged to be able to go on one of the helicopters in the Giro. It was crazy. I was able to see the race from a different angle, and the helicopter tilting over to give better angle for the shots. This was a different experience again, and actually it was a much nicer helicopter than the ones I was in before. So at the moment we're in Verona, and just behind me, the arena. So I've used this bike quite a few times this trip, in Genova and then here in Verona. Every time we hit a main city, the choice of an e-bike is quite smart. Everyone needs to be aware of sustainability. Using an e-bike in a city centre is definitely one of the means to go for.
Since I'm here in this magical place, I thought I might do something special.
It's quite emotional to be in the place where a year ago, for example, I was actually still racing the Giro at this time. A little bit of a feeling in the stomach, like, oh, it's just, you know, the whole atmosphere, everything is just incredible around cycling. This trip was a real adventure and discovered a lot of many, you know, things, routes, tastes, flavors. You know, on a human point, it was just an eye-opener on many things that I've missed out through my career, although I had travelled in Italy so many times before.